welcome to the channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Now today's video is not going to be a watch review, it's going to be a kind of review on some straps for watches. And in this video I want to try and cover my sort of three go-to kind of straps that I use. Now I'm a massive fan of stainless steel bracelets, and for the long time anything other than stainless steel would be a major put off when I was looking to buy a watch. And you know, this all changed, and I think you've really got to just go with it. Try different straps, leather straps, bracelets, waffle straps, different kinds, shake it up a bit, and then you actually find yourself you're willing to be a bit more versatile. Now the strap side is quite huge when it comes to customizing your watches. So I mean, it's not a modification as such, but it's a really good way to add your personal touch, and it is massive. Every time you see people taking pictures on social media, etc., they always make a point to mention what kind of strap that the watch is sitting on. So not only I'm going to look at my favorite watches, there's also a bit of a plug in here, just a bit of marketing from my side. All the straps that I will show you, they are on my eBay store. So if you do like anything you see here, check them out on the eBay store, and then you can also, if you want, email me directly through my email address that I'll leave in the description. The reason I actually went to these, I was looking at these for such a long time, but with these Paratrooper, they're called French Marine National or National Paratrooper style straps. You know, basically they're just elasticated material, usually nylon and stuff, and these are the NATO equivalent. Now I hate NATOs, right? They are very comfortable. Functionally, NATOs are brilliant straps, and I definitely understand the idea, and they are very popular. But myself, I really dislike NATOs. I dislike that bit of excess. Hold on, I've got one here. So I've got a NATO here. I mean, unless you get a really good quality one, most of them are kind of thin, and they feel quite poor in the hands. But especially with the NATOs, I hate that excess bit of, you know, NATO strap that sits right there on top of the watch. So this then takes you to the alternative is one of these. Now these are not always the cheapest option. I think the branded Marine National are around 20 to 25 pounds if I'm not mistaken, and you know, they do vary in price. So I've got a few color options here. If you want to check out my full range, they come in 20mm, 22mm. You can go onto the eBay store that I'll add in the description, but these I find are very comfortable. It does take about a day or two to fully break them in, and then they'll wrap around the wrist. They can suit obviously a variety of wrist sizes, and the beauty with these is you don't get that overhang, but you get the functionality and the comfort of a decent NATO strap. And of course, with the color options, you've got just loads and loads and loads. Now I've got one of my Heimdall bronze 6309. I do catch a bit of heat in the comments because this is not bronze, but to be honest, you know, when you've got so many watches around, they don't see as much wrist time. So, you know, plus this you don't see because it's the back of your wrist. Ideally, yes, I would want this to color match the case, but you know, unfortunately I don't really have one of those, and I've never actually gone out my way to locate one. But let's just put it on the wrist, just show you how easy these straps are. You just fold over. It is kind of fiddly to get it done, but once you do a couple of times, it's much easier. Now 6.5 inch wrist, and you know what, this should be sitting here, but it sits all the way up there. It's okay. They're easily adjustable by just pulling and maneuvering the strap between the spring bars, and I've got them on a few watches, and I've had them on small watches, bigger watches, and they fit really well. As you can see here, very comfortable, very easy. And the elastic is actually comfortable. It's actually breathable as well, and you know, I've never had any discomfort or any itchiness or irritation to the skin. So these are some of my favorite go-to straps. I'll show you another one. I've got my Daytona Mark 1 Seiko, and I've got it on this lovely grey and red, and you'll be surprised how well they suit bigger watches, heavier watches. I had this on the Sin Homage, and again, you know what, it felt very comfortable, very secure on the wrist. And then I've put this on my SKX 033, you know, the Bond NATO style. The next to show are these waffle style straps. Now these are actually my go-to strap if I want to change, if I want to take something off the stainless steel, or if something didn't come with one, or a strap or bracelet that I didn't like. With these waffle straps, of course, you know, the very retro look, very popular. The waffle straps, now these are made out of a different material, right? So they're still rubber, but they're called fluoro rubber. Now, without going into detailed specifications and the composition of this kind of rubber, just to briefly say, I think it's slightly different to silicone. One that is quite flexible. It's a bit more flexible than silicone. It's slightly, the softness is neither here or there, in my opinion. But what this does have is durability, and it is more resistance to wear. So oil, you know, like heat, etc. It's got increased tensile strength, and you know, it is quite flexible, quite malleable, and again quite comfortable. And I think the main thing with these is you're normally used to seeing the waffle straps in either a black or a blue, but these do have a lot more colors: orange, reds, whites. But I've stuck with what I think is the core color choice: gray, this lovely olive green, and then of course the blacks and the blues. Now, when you're shopping for these kind of waffle straps, there are a few differences online, especially on the AliExpress. Now, let me show you an example. I bought this a long time ago, when I first actually got the 6105 steel dive, and the thing with this is it's okay, it's nice, but there is a clear difference in just the detailing, the definition of the strap. This one is quite a bit thinner, and these are the more cheaper ones. You know, on pictures online, you won't really be able to tell the difference, but obviously in hand and while you're wearing it, that's where you really feel the actual difference. So let's show you this on a couple of watches. So I've got the Gilt Proxima here. Let's put the black one on. And all these straps, by the way, these waffle straps, they come with quick release spring bars, which I think by now should be the industry standard, because just the ease, they're just so easy putting on. You don't need to use any tools, just your fingers. And you know, it's a cheap and effective way to transform your watch and give it a personal touch. Me, as you can tell with the straps I've got here, I don't like anything too out of the ordinary, anything too out there. I still do like that vintage retro OEM look. There you go, the Gilt MM300 by Proxima on this really nice fluoro rubber waffle style strap. All dimensions, like the length, thickness, all the specifications are on the eBay store, so please check them out. And as mentioned, send me an email and then we can discuss further. These are not on my eBay store at the moment, sorry. I've actually exceeded my selling limit for the month, so I need to wait for that to reset, and then we can go about listing these on eBay. But still, feel free to email myself. Then we've got, let's try the green one on the 54, and this is the 54. Color is slightly off, granted, because the actual 54 62 mass actually came on this much lighter waffle style strap, which is actually, looking at it in hand, is closer to this in terms of quality. It's not that good, it's a bit thin, but at least the color matches this style really well. But there we go. If you do want to get any of these, and you want to make inquiries, please contact me on my email address within the description, and then we can talk about prices, etc. These are going to be listed on eBay for around £13.99, £14, and you know what, again, these kind of straps, they can go all the way up to £20-25, just because they've got a brand, or you know, they're being sold from a certain place. These are the next straps I've got. Now you might think, hang on, we just saw these, let's take a closer look. These are not the waffle style, but these are the tropical style retro, you know, old diver style watches. Again, these are similar, from the same supplier actually that does the waffle straps, so they're also made out of fluoro rubber, and these are the higher grade that are available. You know, there was silicone available and normal rubber available, but these are the highest grade from the said supplier. So we've got same colors: gray, black, blue, green. Of course, the color range will start growing once we start moving some orders, but there you go. And they also come with the quick release spring bar, 20mm, 22mm lug width, and lug widths available. Let's try some of these on. And actually the watch that introduced me to this style of strap was the rectangular Redune 6105 Turtle. And before that, you know, I didn't really know this kind of strap existed, because I don't really pay attention to straps. I'm one of those, if I've got an SS bracelet, I'm happy. And then if a watch comes along with a strap, you know, I'll stay with it unless it's really, really bad. However, I am sort of inclined to a really, really nice leather strap. I like my leather to be aged, that waxy sort of feel, and maybe a bit of suede. But I haven't got any leather straps at the moment. That's something I'm looking on getting in the near future, just to try and make it a one-stop shop. Now, will you feel a difference straight away if you've got some really good quality silicone straps and to fluoro rubber? You will feel a slight difference. It's not going to be, you know, a very huge difference between grades. Yes, it will. So if you had a silicone strap similar to the one on the 6105 and you got one of these, yes, you'll definitely feel a difference with the fluoro rubber. And the one thing that you'll notice is just that flex there. So usually the silicone version will sit just slightly stiffer, but you know, with this fluoro rubber, it does have a bit more flex in there, and it feels a bit more supple, should we say. It is kind of crazy how much a strap can transform the watch, but looking at this, it does definitely smarten this up watch quite a bit. Gives it a slightly different look, different appeal, but very comfortable strap. And I'm not saying that just because I'm selling them. You know what, if you look at the store and the kind of stuff I review, I don't sell anything and everything. I'll only sell something which I know and I believe in is good, because I don't want to be dealing with obviously customer returns and unhappy customers. I think I've got a feedback of 100% over 400 plus transactions related to watches and watch items. So that's something that I want to maintain. Obviously customer service on that side of things is the main priority. That's where you get repeat custom, so on and so forth. So this is the tropical strap. Similar situation to the waffle strap. I haven't listed these on the eBay store as well. I'm hoping for the selling you know, restriction to be increased, hopefully. Drop down on the description, you'll see my email address. So if you want to inquire about anything, if you want to make a purchase possibly, I'll go through PayPal, goods and services, of course. And then if you want a couple or you want a few straps, then definitely it's a given that we can work on some discount and you'll get a good deal, especially, you know, you guys being subscribers on the channel and supporting the channel, and that's something I do really appreciate. So I will be looking to give you guys a great deal if anybody wanted to purchase these. If not, it's okay as well, but just to, it's a good way just to showcase some straps, take away from watches just for a bit. Don't worry, more watch reviews are going to come. There we have it, everyone, my favorite go-to straps, of course, which are also on my eBay store, except the waffle and the tropical at the moment. Description, check the email address, send me an email if anything interests yourself, and then we'll take it from there. So like always, thank you everybody for taking the time out to watch the video. Please leave a comment in the comment section, hit the like if you like the video, and I'll see you soon on the next review.